Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be about mom guilt. It's a topic that I think is so important to moms in general.
Yes.
It's something that we struggle with. I think all moms struggle with. And we just want to kind of have a little conversation started with you guys, and we can chat about it in the comments. But I think mom guilt is something that affects every, especially new mom. Moms that are having their first child, even when you have your second and your third, you're always going to have mom guilt. So let's just kind of talk about what mom guilt is anyway. For me, mom guilt looks like any time I leave my kids with anyone, including my husband, I feel extremely guilty. I feel like I can't leave them for more than an hour, or they're going to be looking for me. The person that I left them with is going to be looking for me. And I just don't want to feel like my kids are a burden on anyone. My kids aren't bad, they're kids, but I still get nervous about leaving them with people. What about you? What would you say mom guilt looks like for you?
Well, I would agree with what you said, but I feel like that's only because, unfortunately for me, I didn't have much support system, and I feel like the people that I would leave my children with would make me feel like it's an issue.
Back,
so it was always like I feel like it grew more. The guilt grew more because I'm in the back of my mind. I'm always thinking like, oh, they're stressing them out, or oh, they're doing this, even though they're just kids. But I feel like it's important who you leave your children with, because that can play a major role to how deep that feeling, that guilt feeling may be. Because some people, I mean my oldest is 8 years old, so now I've grown to be like, okay, if I leave them with this person, like I'll maybe text once, say, hey, how are they doing? Boom, and that's it. But for others, I'm like obligated, and I feel like, oh my god, like I can't even enjoy myself, because in the back of my head I'm constantly thinking, what are they doing? Are they enjoying themselves? And it's not even just about the person, it's about like the comfortability of my own kids. Because although we understand that it's important to get like us time, for those who are like married, you want you and your husband time too. But it's like, it's not a thought that like leaves my mind.
Oh no, not
naturally.
At all.
It's always.
For me, the first couple dates that me and my husband went on after we had Micah, I would be talking about Micah the entire time. Like, I would be texting, like you said, the person that's watching him. They would be sending me pictures of Micah, like he's fine. And I'm just like talking about him. And I think Noah, of course, second child syndrome. It took me a long time to even leave Micah. That's mom guilt for real. I did not leave Micah with anyone like for an overnight stay until he was about 10 months old.
Wow, that's a long time.
And I think because it was my birthday.
Oh yeah,
that's the only reason why I even left it. And that was one night, and I was like, I couldn't even breathe. And when it came to the nighttime, like the whole day I was enjoying myself.
I mean, but that's fair though, because you're new to like being a mother to more than one child.
Exactly. So now, like with Noah, the first time I left him, actually I don't think I left Noah overnight yet. He's 6 months old. I'm not sure if I actually left Noah overnight.
You haven't?
Yet. No.
Oh. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think I did. I'll have to ask Marcus. I don't really know. But so I guess we just wanted to bring this topic up. It's just to talk with you guys about it and say like it's okay to have mom guilt, but it's also important to do self-care. It's also important to sit back and evaluate time for yourself, time for your spouse. Because that's when you really just want to like kind of put all those worries in your head behind you, is when it comes to your time with your spouse. You alone, you can enjoy yourself really and think about your kids, but you don't want to like make your spouse feel that they're not as important as your children. Especially husbands. Like as mothers and as women, I think we have that nurturing personality right off the bat. I think most women are nurturers, especially once they have their first child, that we're so focused on taking care of that child and taking care of that baby and that toddler and whatever, that a lot of times the husbands get pushed to the back. You neglect them, and it's not anything intentional, I think, that we do, but it's just something that it's something that is. And I think it's important, like I said, when talking about mom guilt, to really kind of focus on your husbands and try not to feel as guilty, because here's things that we know. The kids are fine. They are fed. they're happy.
Yeah.
And they know you're coming back. If you ensure your kids that you're coming back,
Yeah.
that they're going with somebody that they feel safe and happy with. And even for me, one of the things that I used to do with Micah, and I still do from time to time, if I'm going to be gone for, you know, more than a couple hours or something like that, like I said, I rarely do overnight without him, but he's 2, so it's still hard for me to do that. But I'll bring him back like a little something from Five Below every time. I'll bring him back like something
That's
small.
a good idea, yeah.
And I'm not spending a ton of money, but it's also letting him know that I still care and I still thought about him.
It's reassuring.
Yeah, it's reassuring for him. So it makes those times like easier to leave them. But
yeah.
What else do you want to
I
talk
think
about?
one thing I wanted to add to that is that sometimes, like what happened with me, it wasn't necessarily that I was neglecting my husband per se, but what I started doing is that I focused so much on my son that I started treating my husband like as if he's my other child.
Mm-hmm. You need to do this.
Right, yeah, and I would of course you need to nurture your husband, you need to love on them, but not in a way that you do your kids. Obviously, it's completely different when it comes to like husband-child, but I couldn't figure out the difference. So then, and that in itself to me, like that makes me feel guilty as a mother because it's like, I almost forgot what I'm supposed to be doing as a wife.
Yeah.
Like everything was like mother.
Yeah.
You know, going to the store. Oh, my son needs this, and that. And I completely forget that I have another man living at home that may need stuff. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I stopped thinking about him. And then when, even the conversations that we would have, you know how you mentioned, it was always be about like Micah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was that. So like the relationship in itself, not saying that, again, we don't do it on purpose, but we have to be careful because you can honestly, you're like throwing water on the fire that you guys had already.
Yeah.
Not saying that kids like destroy marriages, no, but it's already stressful, especially those first couple months if you're a new parent.
Yeah, and both parents are being, you know, at least we had 9 months to develop a relationship with this child.
Yes.
The husband
the fathers, it's like boom, one day you have a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We've been
so
taking
that's
care of
very
this
true.
child internally for a long time. We watched what we ate, you know, for 9 months, and we took care of our bodies more than we ever took care of our bodies.
So we instantly, that's a really good point because it's like we instantly start being mothers. The moment, I feel like the moment you find out you're pregnant, because now, oh, we gotta take the vitamins, we have to drink lots of water, we have to make sure we're eating enough protein, enough this, enough that. But the men don't really think about it. So we just have to be very careful and understand, even after, that it's okay the emotions that you're gonna feel. You have a certain time to go through them, and we're not saying that you need like a time limit because everybody's process looks different. For example, I went through, along with my mom guilt, which she knows this, I went through like extreme depression after my second child. It was really bad depression and anxiety. So I went from having so much mom guilt in every aspect, like not even buying myself clothes. I wore pajamas. You can ask her, what did I have on
Every time I saw you.
And this is gonna be TMI, but this is what we like to keep our channel very real.
Yeah.
So she would come over, I would be in the same pajamas she might have saw me in like 3 days ago when we FaceTimed or something.
Yeah.
And as a new mother, obviously my
milk leaking. That's the one thing. I wasn't a mother yet. Obviously.
Yeah, she wasn't a mom yet. So she said, you guys can just imagine the horror that she probably felt about motherhood just by looking at me.
Not about mother, just I felt like, wow. Like this person I met in high school is a shell of a person right now. Like, you know, not to say that, but everything that you were going through, it visibly, you can visibly see that.
Physically see it.
I remember for me, like our lives are so different. You know what I mean? Her oldest, like she said, is 8. My oldest is 2. So we had a long period of time before I even had children. And I was in college, and I was in college and enjoying my life, partying and doing all the things college kids do. And I remember after you had Jalen, I was a sophomore in college, and I went to go see her. He was a couple months old. And I'm like, this is depressing. So this is, and I remember that vividly because I'm like, this is not a life that I want. Like, I'm glad that I'm doing this life right now.
Wow, why did you just throw me under
Sorry, no. But I'm saying that's how real mom guilt and postpartum depression. We can do a whole nother video about postpartum depression.
Yeah, but it could lead to these things if we're not careful
to take care of ourselves.
Stop it. To stop it right away. So the moment you feel like you know,
You're
have
so
to do
guilty.
something, or like you're guilty for buying yourself a new pair of pants,
Yeah.
a new jacket, a new shirt.
We were talking about that right before starting filming
Yeah.
this video.
I had the same bra for 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just started.
did. Yeah.
I just started buying bras.
Yeah, and
for
she,
myself, like new ones, you know what I mean? So yeah, but we do I wanna end this video by saying, please leave in the comments below your biggest thing that you feel that you struggle with as far as mom guilt, like if you don't want to buy anything for yourself, or you feel guilty, you know, about leaving, going to the store by yourself, or leaving the kids with your husband, whatever that is, and how you overcome that. And we are gonna do it. Our next video is, I think it'll be coming out next month, a self-care video. Once that video is up, I will leave it in the cards up above, because that kind of ties into this.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have anything else you want to say? I just want to add that while you were talking about the self-care type of thing.
No, I think the last thing I wanted to say is to all the mothers out there who are watching this, whether you're single, married, whatever your case may be, we are here to tell you that it is okay.
Yeah.
We've all gone. If you think that whatever you're going through, you're alone, I'm here to tell you you're not, because she just talked about the difference between like the timing when we had kids. Everything that she went through, she called me and I'm like, yep, because
that's okay, that's normal.
And that is normal, exactly. And have the biggest thing for me, have grace on yourself. Just know that you're giving it your all, and know that you're trying your best, and that's the best that you could do. And honestly, the last thing I would say, is you have to understand, as women, if you don't take care of yourself first, you are unable to take care of your children and your household in the long run. And it's going to affect you in the long run, the longer you keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's all. I think that's everything we have for you guys today. We wanted to make it nice and short and simple. We wanted to open the floor also to you guys. If you want to leave us anything in the comments that you want us to talk about in specific, when it comes to mom guilt, like if it's a specific topic, we can totally do that. Make like one full length video about one specific thing.
Yeah.
And please don't forget to click like and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date with our videos.
Yeah, we post videos every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I hope you guys have a good day.
We'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye.